All right, it's rolling. 3, 2.
Chop shop, this is what we do. This is the crew. You know how we say it and how we play it.
Let's say this. Big ups to Green Bay. There was a story there for both sides, no matter who won. You had the story there for Big Ben, his redemption, and coming back from suspension to win over his fans and the 7 Super Bowl titles. But then on the other side, the story, I think, and the game was played out fairly. There was no bullshit referee.
Right.
It was a real clean, real loss.
Yeah.
But the media, the NFL, and propaganda wanted to see Aaron Rodgers win this because now you bury the man, the myth, the legend, Brett Favre, and you crown this new kid as the new coming.
Yeah.
And even though he only has 1 ring as opposed to Ben Roethlisberger's 2, he's about to take a step ahead of Ben Roethlisberger as the man. How you feel?
I feel like, you know, they kind of pushing him a little bit further than he should be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's brand new in his career. You know what I'm saying? He has a whole career ahead of him. And, you know, hey, if he keeps doing these things, then Ben Roethlisberger, in my opinion, I said it last week, I'll say it again. I'll take him over any quarterback in the last 15, 20 years. You know, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The reason why is because of his ability to move the chains in such a young career he's at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would like to disagree just to disagree. I'm going to let him go, but I like to disagree just to disagree. Go ahead.
But, man, feel free to. You know, but this is what I'm saying, though. Aaron Rodgers, hey, you know what? He's done his thing. He got his championship, you know, and all that good stuff. What I'm saying is Brett Favre is being pushed towards being the villain. My only problem with that is, hey, man, this dude could do no wrong. What kind of teammate is he really? You know, he could do no wrong 3, 4 years ago when he was a selfish-ass quarterback taking people's positions for the Vikings, taking people's positions for the Jets, you know, making people hold out. He's almost, in my opinion, he's almost like the way they portray Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
You know, a fucked-up-ass teammate. Great player on the field. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But it seems as though these Green Bay teammates that was on his team and now on his championship team, they totally dismissed themselves from Brett Favre and are leading themselves to Aaron Rodgers. And basically, they done that even when Brett Favre was still there. Yeah. And that being my statement, I'm just seeing how the league was at one point, Brett Favre, I mean, you know, no disrespect, but they want to talk about when they beat us on that Monday night after his dad passed. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like, and I got to give it up. It did. Them dudes had perfect coverage. They were still dropping them balls right in, whatever. But it seems as though now the league wants to switch their gears and go ahead and now he's a bad guy now. You know, we need to get rid of him.
Hey, I know you want to go, but look, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you guys this.
I haven't said anything.
Aaron Rodgers is a typical basic quarterback in a successful system, period. This is how this shit really goes.
Wow.
Brett Favre is a legend. He has created his own legend. He's there, and I'm telling you, he deserves everything he gets. Now, but this is the problem I have with the whole thing. They want Aaron Rodgers to be the next Green Bay legend. He won't be. He will not win another Super Bowl. I am saying it here first. Man, he is just a basic, typical quarterback. Call me hater. Call me whatever you want. He will not win it. He's a one-hit wonder.
Can I say something?
One-hit wonder.
I don't know what the fuck they've been eating this morning, and they sprinkle hater shit on there. I watch quarterbacks a lot. I watch quarterbacks a lot, and I'm going to say this. I hate Green Bay, but what I'm watching, that kid has all the tools. The motherfucker has a strong arm and mobility. He looks like he doofus out of this world, but he's very efficient and very effective. The motherfucker's probably the most accurate quarterback I done seen in a long ass time.
It's the system.
I'm gonna tell, let me finish. Let me finish. I look at Aaron Rodgers. This is what I base quarterbacks on, and this is my theory only. If Aaron Rodgers was on another team, he could do the same thing. He's not a system quarterback. His arm strength is there. His mobility is there. Those are two things you got to look at. He's mobile and he got arm strength. You can put him in any system and he will flourish. The kid has the knack. The thing that's going for him is the same thing that went for Romo. when you sit for about 3 years and you sit behind good people, whether it's good or bad, but if you sit for 3 years, you kind of learn the system, which is true. But he can do that. He can do that at any process. He can do that with any offensive coordinator. You got to look at it.
When he was with Jeff Teffer, he couldn't do shit. He was terrible. I mean, it's the system this man was in.
Well, I say this for the system.
Not true. Not true. You're talking about at Cal. He was a good quarterback at Cal. That's why he got drafted so fucking high.
He got 24th. That wasn't high.
He wasn't no 7th round. He was drafted in the first fucking round.
He got dropped.
Man,
he was supposed to win at 24.
That's because whether you go 32nd, if you go 32nd and you're in the first round,
Drew Brees will get another ring before Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, let me tell you this.
Drew Brees will get another ring before Aaron Rodgers get another ring.
We can't say, and I want to end this completely. Quarterbacks don't win the whole fucking Super Bowl. It's a team effort. Green Bay had a top 5 defense. Let's not make mistake of that. They had an awesome ass defense. They are a team that won without a strong running game. If you look at this guy, he had more than 4 passes dropped. He had 2 of them dropped that was automatic goddamn touchdown.
Team play.
So if you really want to look at it, I personally, I don't care for Aaron Rodgers, but when I see a good quarterback, I can't let you put him down. The motherfucker's good. Let's go, bro. I'm with you, baby.
Good quarterback is Roethlisberger because everybody, see, Aaron Rodgers is what fantasy nerds love. Oh my God, his statistics and his completion rate. Fuck that shit. A winner is a motherfucking winner.
Hey man,
I will take Ben Roethlisberger any motherfucking day. The shit look ugly and look sloppy, but the motherfucker is gangster and he wanna win.
Where you from?
Gangster. That's why he has the charges with the women. That's why he done the things with the girls.
Let's put it back on topic. I'm gonna say this: the way he played in that game, if you watch the game, it looked amazing. But I think part of that was the what they put in place to go up against Pittsburgh. Everybody knows the kryptonite to a Dick LeBeau defense is 4 good receivers. They had 4 receivers that could have been #1 receivers on any other team.
Right.
That was key #1. Key #2, to me, being an ex-corner, was they got up on these cats, but they didn't bump or get in or reroute anybody. They opened up one direction and just said, hey, I'm not giving you the outside or I'm not giving you the inside. Right. And they let them run their patterns. Now, you being an ex-quarterback, know, if I can drop back and shoot it to a spot and you're not going to slow this cat down who's running his route, he's going to be there when I throw it to him, and unless you jump the route, there's nothing you can do about it. So if you get your hands on him, you slow some of those pass routes up just that much. Those passes, he throws even more errant passes, and you got more drops because those Green Bay receivers, after a while, they was hearing footsteps.
Well, let me say this. #1, you got to give it up to the Green Bay offensive line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they picked up the blitz, and they didn't do the exotic zone blitzing that you would expect a Steeler team to do.
Right.
But Aaron Roethlisberger, that's wishful thinking, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? But on the real, now see, I don't know if you took me as hating on Aaron Rodgers. I didn't hate on Aaron Rodgers.
I did.
All y'all spring shit on y'all food this morning.
You got banged enough, man. Damn. You got us scared and shit.
I did.
But on the real, what I'm thinking is this. You know, what I saw was that Green Bay's offensive line picked up the blitz well. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron Rodgers, he knew his playbook. And he got the ball there. And I have to give it up to you. One thing I did see, and I do see about Aaron Rodgers, his delivery is quick, it's strong, his accuracy is impeccable. I mean, the DB can be right there. He's going to get that ball on stride, you know, because one play, oh boy, he was coming across the middle and he saw footsteps. He heard footsteps and didn't want it. What's the white boy name that caught the first touchdown?
Jordy Nelson.
Yeah.
Across the middle.
Yeah.
He punked out.
He punked out on one. You know, then he came back and redeemed himself after that, but he punked out on
which is
one.
what I was saying before about when you make mistakes.
But Aaron Rodgers was throwing perfect balls the whole game.
And they dropped it. I want to say this.
Timing routes, slant and go, slug on
no,
shit. I know the goddamn system.
It's like this. It's not even
You ain't
so much
fooling
a
me.
listen. It's not so much a system. It's basic football, man. If you spread it out with 4 wideouts, okay, you got to look at the defense. Who are their best corners?
Ike Taylor.
Me and Mark.
And I guarantee you, their best corners were not covering 87 or 89.
No, and
you find the mismatch.
That's what
you pick on the weakest corners.
But
that's
what
not
I said.
a system.
And that's what I
That's
said.
basic football.
That is a system. Everybody know that.
That's what I said before.
You find the weakness of a defense and you attack it.
It's
called
KP.
Whatever they give you, you take it.
I want to tell you
not a
something.
system.
Whatever they give you, you take it.
I want to tell you something.
That's the art of war, goddammit.
Everybody know that shit.
Please listen to me. Please listen to me. All 32 quarterbacks in their meetings with their offensive quarterback coach are told the same thing.
Yeah.
Find the mismatch.
Okay, Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers? Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers right now?
I'll take Aaron Rodgers. He got the
Shit.
upside. He's younger.
Shit.
He's younger.
Real talk.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm telling you, you talking about a system quarterback, you might be talking about Peyton Manning. But that's for real. Because I'll take Aaron Rodgers on my Raider team before I take Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is way more than motherfucking
I'm not saying he ain't a better.
more.
I'm not saying he's not better here. I'm talking about from what I see as far as physical ability and the uncanny ability to throw an accurate ball in the midst of pressure and in the midst of blitzes without a system, without all of this shit going on, without an offense that's really a fast break offense that's really kind of same thing with Steve Young, quick slants to Jerry Rice, throw it out dumping, you know what I'm saying, to Ricky Waters and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Those are systems. Yeah. And from what we don't know anything else other than Peyton Manning being in that system. So I'm throwing out a hell of a hypothesis, but still, from what I'm seeing, I saw the dude throw the ball. I mean, come on, man. That safety had a perfect ass beat on that ball.
Hey.
It went right over that motherfucker's head, right past the damn corner, and into the damn receiver's hands. Touchdown.
I want to say this. I'm telling you what I see. This kid is amazing. Aaron Rodgers, I think you can put him on any of the teams, and he's going to duplicate what he's doing.
Hey.
The motherfucker's tight.
I'm going to say this.
Tight, man.
I'm
going to say this, and I'm going to say this, because everything he's saying is true. The way that would have went down, though, the only people that would have saw what we saw, if Roethlisberger would have drove that team and scored the 7 and won the game 32-31, the headlines would have been Aaron Rodgers receivers let him down.
Thank you.
True.
Thank you. Because it don't look pretty, and it don't look mechanical.
And then the other thing would have been Aaron Rodgers threw for a lot of yards. It wasn't enough. His receivers weren't on the same page. They would have wrote it up, and we'd be sitting here saying, man, he threw some on-the-money passes. But the spin on it would be, hey, he didn't get it done. He's not reached the next level.
Right.
I think he did a hell of a job, and he played pinpoint. I just think some of those pinpoint passes wouldn't have been there if those receivers, if the DBs would have been more aggressive. But he did, for what they gave him, he handled his business from top to bottom.
I don't know, young man, I don't know what you were doing before the game the night before. Whatever it is, you need to market that shit and give it to the next person that step up to the Super Bowl.
It's called Mike McCarthy running the same motherfucking system.
Look at his stats. But you could give
when he was hurt with his
this.
concussion, what did Matt Flynn do? Matt Flynn was the shit. It's the system.
Matt Flynn's not a bad quarterback.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah,
It's the motherfucking system.
Bad quarterback.
He ain't
Oh, Lord, my
I like to say this. Let me say this. I'm going to tell you who Rodgers remind me of.
Trent Dilfer.
No, this may
One
go,
motherfucking Super Bowl.
This may go over y'all head a little bit. When I look at Aaron Rodgers, when I look at the mobility, the leadership, and the guts he have, he'll run down the field. He's not a pretty boy quarterback. Excuse me. He'll get his head knocked off. The kid reminds me of a Roger Staubach in the new millennium. I'm telling you, I was a fan of Roger Staubach growing up. I don't like Green Bay, so it's hard for me to root for him. But I do like good quarterback play. Aaron Rodgers, my hat's off to you. You the shit. And if the balls wasn't dropped, you probably would have set a record. Phil Simms got that record. Anyway, I just want to say this. Y'all tell us what you think. Fam Bam, get at the Chop Shop. We can't agree on shit like I said.
I don't care.
Subscribe. Righteous Talk is the channel. Chop Shop is the show. You the Fam Bam. Get back at us.
Get into the system.
Come on, man. Look, Guru, what's up, man?
What you did? You did find another day.